I've noticed something about myself over the years. The more deeply I care, the more weight I carry. When a stranger takes ill, I feel concern. When a neighbor is sick, I start thinking about how to help. When someone I love is struggling, my heart struggles too. Care has a way of increasing responsibility. Connection adds weight. And most of us reading this are not indifferent people. We notice. We respond. We show up. When something matters, we lean in. Which is beautiful, but over time, something subtle can happen. Care turns into carrying. Responsibility turns into vigilance. And without realizing it, we move from participating in the work to holding it together. That's when the weight starts to feel heavier than it should. When caring quietly becomes control. Yesterday, we noticed how stress lingers even when we stop working. Today, we're noticing why. When we care deeply, we don't just want things to go well. We start feeling responsible for making them go well. Outcomes begin to feel personal. Loose ends feel threatening. Rest feels risky. Not because we're controlling people, but because we're faithful people. And yet, Scripture offers a quietly freeing truth that directly challenges this pattern. In Acts 17, Paul says something startling about God. The God who made the world and everything in it, is not served by human hands, as if he needed anything. Rather, he himself gives everyone life and breath and everything else. Acts 17:24-25, Niv. That line deserves to slow us down. God is not served as if he needed anything. Which means our effort is real, but our vigilance is not required. Our faithfulness matters, but our exhaustion is not proof of devotion. Our care is invited, but our constant carrying is not. God does not need us to hold the outcomes together. Peace begins with release. This is where peace begins to emerge. Not when responsibilities disappear, but when we remember who is actually responsible. When we carry what was never meant to be ours alone, stress rises. Not because we're failing, but because our bodies are reacting honestly. And sometimes the most faithful response isn't doing more. It's loosening our grip. Not abandoning what matters. Not disengaging from love. But releasing the illusion that everything depends on us. Today's simple practice. Today's invitation is not to fix anything. Once today, pause briefly and practice release instead of effort. As you inhale, silently pray, "You are strong." As you exhale, pray, "I can lay this down." You may notice resistance, or guilt, or a tightening at first. That's okay. We're not trying to feel peaceful yet. We're simply telling the truth about who is carrying what. Even one breath can be an act of trust. A short prayer. God, you give life and breath and everything else. Help me release what I was never meant to carry alone. Teach me the peace that comes from trusting your strength. Tomorrow, we'll talk about what happens when even rest starts to feel like one more thing to manage, and how peace doesn't come from doing rest right, but from letting go of pressure.